Steel City is ready, and Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Today, a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olsen and Jason Myers, has us set to get started. Off we go from the Steel City. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old, we'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat. And they certainly don't waste any time getting him involved, and we knew coming in that he would be a part of the game plan, but if this is a sign of things to come, he could be in store for a big game.
This one grabbed by Austin.
Complete to Calvin Austin. A 5-yard gain brings up second down at the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 4. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he's into the end zone. What a start. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers 7, Seahawks nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks. First carry now for Kenneth Walker.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Once again, it's Walker. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Seattle.
First down, Seattle.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down. And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. Kupp brings it in left side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His second catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will. And
oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. Still going. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and a great return for the touchdown. What a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Seahawks, nothing.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On second down, Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Seattle.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the 46, here's second down and 9. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He'll get this complete. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. From the gun, Rodgers will get about 6 before he's taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. To the outside, complete, it's Wilson.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So incomplete pass.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that ended up going the other direction. Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately, a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is third and 10. Moving left. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
On third down, the defense decides to dial up a blitz. Give credit to the offensive line and the running backs. They were ready for it. They picked it up. That's what allowed the quarterback to escape the pocket, see open space, and convert and pick up the first down.
Darnold to throw on first down. That's to the rookie from Miami, Elijah Arroyo. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter. They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Darnold to the air once more. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Steelers' offense make their way out to take over once more. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Once again, it's Warren. Oh! And a nice game, getting this to about the 23-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He finds his man, it's Skoranek. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. the ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they can have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
That pass play, good for 22. Good for a Steeler first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Jaron Reed in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Play action now with Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field. And then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Did they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in, and it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. And we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
To throw on first down is Darnold. That's complete. It's JSN. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Darnold now to throw. The throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
One quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter from the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. It's an incompletion. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
They came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try it now with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Heads out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. To throw is Darnold. That one on target to Cup. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Byron Murphy in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Rodgers now. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Well, Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field, and he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll go play action with Darnold. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. The former All-Pro, Jalen Ramsey, coming off the corner blitz to bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Darnold. Open man is Horton. It's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Darnold. Is caught. He finds Walker. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
24-yard gain on the
Great
play.
run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Joey Porter Jr. on the tackle. An 8-yard pickup. And the Seahawks first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Here's Michael Dixon now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson, and that is incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a Big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
This one grabbed by Austin, and he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. That's a Steeler first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Metcalf reels it in on the right side.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. That'll be caught by the running back, Warner. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
At the 19-yard line.
On the ground, this is Warren. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
17-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Rodgers. This one complete right side. And the Steelers are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4.
That's another.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end. Man, he was looking for there. And it'll be second and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take this down to the 2. But a good tackle there. Going to set up third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He's got his big tight end. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Steelers. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers extend to a 24-3 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Throwing, Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Here's the punter now, as he is on to kick it for Seattle. On the return, it's Austin. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. He finds Metcalf on the slant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Wall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Finding room at midfield. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for a Steeler first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 2nd down, Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, Rodgers. Catch made, right side by Wilson. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's a Steeler first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Rodgers. They're called in at the 2. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. these end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the...
A second effort, and he is in. Jalen Warren, touchdown Pittsburgh. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Now Seattle's going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And how about that play on special teams? Perfectly done. It checks up right at the 1-yard line. The Steelers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. Hey, that's about as exciting a 1-yard run as you're going to see all game. Found a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but not much after that.
2nd and 9.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. Loose past the 35. Look at him go! And he is going to run it all the way down near the red zone. A big play after being backed up. That's a pickup of 75 yards.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of the attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. They run with Warren. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you.
And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers. Nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Boswell now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Steelers stretch things out even further.
Steelers 38, Seahawks 6.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was two different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going for the end.
He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 16 on that connection. It's good for a Seahawks first down. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. That's the way to get started, to pick up a 17 and a very quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Here's Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's 3rd and 10.
Third and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Rodgers finding Wilson for a big one. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
When done properly, crossing routes are a great way to get your receivers the ball in space with room to run after the catch. And that's exactly what they're able to do here, executed to perfection, and they pick up a ton of yards after the catch.
A carry here for Warren. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle.
At the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, Warren. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
3rd and 2. Here we go. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
45-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. T.J. Watt in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Darnold. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
That is caught downfield by Kupp. And he will go all the way. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seahawks. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will get just a bit closer.
Seahawks 13.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Two very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. First down for Aaron. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Pittsburgh Steelers. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 38 now, here's second and 7. Now Warren trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
He'll try to run for it. And Rodgers has done this long enough. Gives himself up at the end, but he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 11.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Austin brought in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Brings up second and
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
One more time with Warren. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short. Put him down at the 1.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now third and goal.
The ball inches from the goal line. Third and goal. They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and good. And the Steelers will add one more onto their big lead.
Seahawks 13.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was two different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Play action. Here's Darnold. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back Jaylen Warren set to take over once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some 1st downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Traditionally in 1st and 10, Mike, a defense is not playing for draw. So I think in this case, it was their quick reaction to the ball and able to get someone to meet the runner and stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches at the 6-yard line.
Second and inches. They run with Walker. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing, Darnold. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Curry, Horton. Touchdown, Seattle. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks cut into the lead a little bit. Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. The master of play action, Rodgers. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. 4th quarter begins on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
A 4-yard loss.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. Here's Horton. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll check this down to the running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a 1st down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. Joey Porter Jr. got a hand in there and made the play.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
To throw again is Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold again. Have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield, and now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Once again, it's Warren. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take them down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
3rd down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He's got his tight end. That's fire move. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At the 45-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Warren. He's got it. That's a 1st down at the cross midfield. And down to the 47-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
This time they're ready for him. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
A 1-yard loss on the
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Steelers getting ready to punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Seahawks offense ready to take over possession of the football. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's going to manage to get this out of harm's way and bring it up to the 5-yard line. Good gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. Steelers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Here's a handoff to Warren. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down on the Seahawks' 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard. A run up the middle with Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Steelers.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Austin brought in motion. Throwing, Rodgers. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
On the ground, Gainwell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
2nd and 10. Now Gainwell. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll run here with Gainwell, but he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
A loss of a yard.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Darnold now to throw. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Cup in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Darnold. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play for Seattle. 52 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Darnold to the air once more. To the goal line and in. Corey Horton. Touchdown, Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks are able to cut into the deficit.
27.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Gainwell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now a 2nd down throw from Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To Freiermuth. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. They'll run. Johnson. 1st down and more inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers add on to their already sizable lead.
Seahawks 27.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game. And now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours. And right now, it is pouring on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Brings up 2nd down.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.